This is the day, this is the day, jingle bells, woo! Yes! Yes, with Bo and Drew! Woo! Happy day. Oh man, I'm Bo, this is Drew.
Not true.
Not true.
Drew.
Yeah.
Man, you jingled those bells.
I jingled them.
You jingled those bells.
Jingled them through. If you got a bell, you gotta really give it a jingle jangle.
You did. I mean, like you were rocking the bells.
Rocking the bells.
Rock the bells, bro.
That's it. That's it. I had it. Jingle bells is constantly in my head this season.
I've told you, anything with a jingle, I'm down.
Okay. Is that true?
Absolutely. You make a jingle and I'm in.
I'm in, yeah.
I'm in, but you're jingling the bells. I don't know. If only there was like an actual song.
I know. I didn't.
Do it again.
Okay.
Let me see if that.
Okay.
Let's see, like something's ringing.
Yeah. It's like but how do you put like another word over the song? That's what
Like
I'm not
jingle.
good at.
Okay. Jingle. See.
Well, they're bells, so.
Jingle. That's redundant, though, right?
Right.
Jingle bells.
Yeah, that is actually, because that's what bells do. They jingle.
You know what it makes me want to do?
Huh?
This makes me want to dash through the snow.
Ooh, dash through the snow.
I do.
Because if you got bells,
You don't want to dash.
you're gonna have to dash through that snow with those bells.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh!
Yeah, okay.
Man.
Okay.
Woo.
You don't even need to say jingle bells. You just gotta do it.
That was, man, I gotta tell you, the number one Jingle Bell solo of all time. Hands down. Hands down. Man, you rock the bells.
It's one guy. It's Carson, and he's just there. I'm ready.
Let's go. Yeah, here it comes.
Oh, man. Honey, I gotta go to worship practice. Are you just gonna shake those bells again?
Again?
That is offensive. Shake the bells.
I am a bell practitioner. I am classically trained in the jangling of the bells. Most people just jingle. I throw in the occasional jangle.
He's at the end of the table of the handbell choir, and every time they need him, he's just there. Bong, bong, dong, dong, dong. All right.
All righty.
Okay. Well, this is the day.
It is. And it may not be the day you want.
That's right.
You didn't even know what you wanted.
You didn't know you needed.
You didn't know you wanted a Jingle Bell solo. You didn't know. Now you do.
Yeah.
It may not be the day you wanted or the day you would have drawn up, but it's the day you got. So have a day.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Have a day.
Yep, right.
I love that.
Yeah. So we're glad to share this part of this day with you. And whether you're watching live or on demand, Facebook or YouTube, we'd love for you to share the show.
Share it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
Could be like a necklace.
Well, then we could hear you coming. You might not see anybody.
That's what I heard about the song, is that they put them on the horses because in the snow, in the sleigh, you couldn't hear them, and they were hitting into each other.
It's like a car horn?
Yeah, it's like a car horn. I'm coming. Look out. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So, hey, man.
Yep.
It's Monday. What'd you do this weekend?
Well, Bo, there was some snow. You da-di-da-di-da. We got some snow to snow. I love snow. I love it. Especially that first snow, right? Because then you're not used to it yet, and you're not tired of having to deal with it. So we were super excited about the snow. So you had to build the snowman.
Oh, did you get a snowman?
Yeah, I got a snowman pick right here. This is our snowman. Maybe not the strongest, tallest, but he is the cutest snowman that we built. And then here's the deal. Here's the deal, Bo. Led to a very philosophical question that I presented to the boys. Why do snowmen wear like scarves, mittens, earmuffs? They're not cold, right? They're snow. To which the eldest, Lachlan, brought up to me, well, Dad, we're made of dust, and we still take baths. And I was like, absolutely. Well done. You put me in my place.
How old is Lachlan?
Lachlan's 9.
And how old was he when he surpassed you?
That must have been a good 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, 'cause that was, wow.
It was pretty good. It's like, okay. So yeah, I didn't, but it's interesting to me that you got like your Frosty and it's like, well, give him a scarf. Why do we think the man made of snow?
We don't have pants that fit him. Besides that, he didn't have legs. I mean, you can't have a naked snowman. It's unseemly.
Honey, yeah.
Put some clothes on that snowman. Oh, my eyes.
I'm having a whiteout moment.
My eyes. I mean, if there's no buttons there, there's nothing going on.
That's right. And yeah, how do you even identify him as, a man? Snowman or woman? Yeah.
I'm going to write down the answer.
Okay. And you're going to slide it over. I feel it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That checks out.
That checks out. Yeah, so, the snow was super fun. Super, super fun. And then I had something I had to share with you, Bo. I was on the Instagram. And you remember I have this lovely coat here. I got it from...
Is this the one with the orange lining?
This is the one with the orange lining. It's from Amherst. The guy in Amherst had this coat here. I'm just going to awkwardly put it on. But I didn't realize that I've been wearing it wrong.
Okay.
And I also didn't realize that I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Trendsetter here. Kylie Jenner, I saw on her Instagram, also has a large green coat with an orange lining. But apparently, you got to do the off-the-shoulder. Like...
We're going to need you to do the halter top, too.
Yeah, okay, to get the full feel here,
Let's go ahead.
No. But I think I'm pretty proud that I'm setting trends, You're welcome, Kylie, for getting some trends. The next one really is going to be, you're going to want to get some dad pants. Make sure they're pleated. You're going to want to make sure, it doesn't really matter on fashion, make sure your feet are warm, so get the warmest shoes you can.
FYI,
yeah,
pleats are coming back.
Pleats are back?
I didn't say they're back. Well, it depends on where you are.
Okay.
We're in New Hampshire. It could be a while.
Couple years.
Yeah, pleats are on their way back.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. When I saw that coat, I was like, I've seen that coat before.
Yeah.
I've seen that coat.
How hard do you think she had to work to make it look like she didn't really care how it was on?
I'm sure that was take number 4 or 5.
Hold on. We're going to need a little more orange showing over here.
But you don't want too much orange because then you look like you work on the highway.
That's okay.
Yep, which is fine.
Yeah.
So, but Bo, there was another snapshot moment I had to bring forth to you. Because, there's, in your mind, I could probably be seen as what they would call a schlub, or a goofy goof, or a tomfoolery man.
A scatter park?
A scatter park.
I've been very clear.
And so I've been trying to show you in ways in which, yes, there is that part of Drew, but there's also this part of Drew that is, a savant, if you will, a genius. Like incredibly crazy genius skills here. Okay, so I've got a quick, I only have the sound bite.
Okay.
So I put over it some images of this film, Klaus. We love Klaus at our house. Klaus at our house, we love it. And the question came up around our family, how long do you think the movie is? Because we were kind of trying to determine bedtime, I don't know, do we have time to watch it kind of thing. And the question came up, and Bo, I nailed it. Nailed it. All right, so here's the soundbite. Here's what happened in real time. Take a listen. I would say 1:38. Or an hour and 38 minutes.
2 hours. Actually. 2.5 hours.
Sure. That's an hour and 42 minutes. 46 minutes.
It is 1 hour and 30 minutes long.
Come on.
Did you get
Come on. Come on. Come on now. Did you get that on? Boom.
You guessed an hour and 38.
So, Bo, threw out a number. First one, 1 hour and 38 minutes. What I threw out. And then Lachlan looks on the TV, 1 hour and 38 minutes. Now, I don't know what he was looking at because I actually Googled it later, and it's 1 hour and 37 minutes. But I mean, come on. I mean, boom. Now, did I change my answer a couple different times? Absolutely.
Okay.
But I hope this helps you see there's more to Drew than just a scatter park. There's a savant in there, you know, an omniscience. Yeah.
You definitely are halfway to that idiot savant phase.
You're halfway there.
You're halfway there, bro.
Halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Living on a prayer every day.
It's a good way.
Yep. So, you know, that's kind of the snapshot of the weekend.
That is the secret to any, you know, like question.
Yeah.
Multiple answers.
Yeah,
Just keep saying stuff.
Just keep, yeah. I've seen that with Trivial Pursuit. You like to.
Wait. I'm talking it out. I'm thinking until
Okay.
I settled on a final answer.
Yeah, yeah.
And it'd help if you'd give a little more away with your facial expressions. Like a raised eyebrow here and there. Yeah, okay, I'm going to settle on an hour 37.
You're Spain? Spain? Portugal?
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bo, I got to know, what'd you do this weekend?
All right. Well, I don't want this. No, I really don't want to talk about this weekend. But last week,
Yeah.
since we've been here,
Yep.
I did have a bright shining moment.
Yes.
It was a big deal for me. You know the bottle flip,
Oh, yeah.
the old bottle flips. Well, there's I like to while I walk around our office, our Bedford campus. You know, I have a water bottle in my hand. I'll usually just try to land it like on random places, and I've landed it, you know, in high places all over the building, and I'll leave it for a week or so, and then we'll knock it down. But there's this one ledge. It's very, very high, and I've been trying for like 3 years to land a bottle on it when I walk by. And but it's so narrow. There's a rim around it with a window, and it's so narrow that I've had it hit, and they always immediately fall off.
Okay.
And I did it.
You nailed it.
I landed the bottle flip, and Ariana was trying to do it at the same time.
Yep.
And I landed it. It was very exciting. And so we have a little video of the aftermath.
Moment. Okay.
I did it. Look up there. Up. You see it? You see it? Back at me. I did that. Bottle flip up in. How are we gonna get it down? I'm gonna jump. I can get it. I can't.
You flipped that bottle and it landed on that thin ledge.
Yep. And
That's
stayed.
amazing.
Still there.
Still there.
It's still there.
Okay.
I showed Gil, the facilities guy, today.
Okay.
He's like, "You want me to get it down?" I said, "No, sir.
Go get.
Do not.
Okay.
It stays."
So, and there's witnesses.
Yes.
So there wasn't like a 12-foot ladder involved
Right,
in a
'cause
placement of a
Gil
bottle.
accused me of, which
Okay.
immediately, I'm like, because there was a ladder out. He's like, "Use the ladder." I'm like, "Really?"
Okay.
No, sir. Yeah, bottle flip.
Do you think in this building that's the most difficult?
It's the hardest one I've found because
Okay.
it's so narrow. I mean,
Yep.
there's a place you can go higher, but that one, I'm sure you can find. Now I'll find a new challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a tough
Yeah.
one.
That's amazing.
We'll keep you updated.
Keep you updated
on that. Then a couple of cool things, because you know we're talking about, you know, this isn't the day you would have planned for, the day you would have wanted, but it's the day you got. So have a day, right?
Yeah.
And if you know where to look, like you'll see some. I think you would just see some really cool things. Like I love people, and the more I pray for people, and the more I watch people and pay attention to the good things happening around me, the more amazed I am at people. So, I quickly want to tell you this. A couple of things that I was just really blown away with this weekend. So on Saturday, Liza, our oldest, she's 20, but for 2 nights in a row, she had massive pain, like all day and all night, fever, earache, couldn't hear. She had been to her doctor who gave her some ear drops, but it was getting worse overnight. So it's really hard to get in anywhere right now, particularly on a Saturday. So Saturday morning, I'm like, get in the car. And so we drove over to an urgent care place, and it was a 2-hour wait. You have to wait in your car. But we're waiting. They got her in a little bit quicker, saw her for like 5 minutes, told her to go to the ER. I'm like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me, right? Like, I was kind of excited. It was snowing, so now it's just bombing snow out there. And I had planned on, A&M was playing football at noon against Auburn, and they're number 5 in the country. It's my alma mater where I graduated. It's a big game. They got to win it to stay in the hunt for the playoff, and I'm really excited about watching this game. But you know, it's like, do we go to the emergency room for an earache? Well, I understand really for a baby. You know, it's kind of weird. So I have a friend who's an ER doc. So I text him, hey, do you have time for a medical question? He calls me right back. He's at work. We talk. He says, bring her in. So I shoot a U-turn, drive. It takes, because now the snow, I mean, it is just coming down and takes forever. Anyway, she has a fever, so she can't go in until she clears a COVID test. And all right, so now at this point, we're like in for the day. But they were fantastic. Got a negative COVID test. She's able. They eventually get her in. It's, you know, they're being, but I can't go in with her because there's no visitors. So we don't know how long anything's going to be or take. And so I can't, like, driving home would take forever in the snowstorm. It'd be dangerous. So I sat in the car.
Yeah.
So I ended up being in the car from about 10 in the morning until about 6:30 at night.
Okay.
Okay. And just sitting, you know, you don't know how long it's going to be, so I'm just waiting. But the two things I wanted to point out were the ER staff, unbelievable. 2 thumbs up, so impressed, so kind to my daughter. She got great care, she's fine. She's gonna be fine. Anyway, double ear infection, whatever. But they got things under control. It was a good thing we took her in too, because if it had gotten worse, it could have been really bad. But the other thing that happened was, so it's snowing and snowing and snowing and snowing. It's just snowing, so the snow is building up on all the cars. And I'm sitting there, and I kind of look over, and it's dark now, but I see a guy like in this green T-shirt, no coat or jacket, and he's huge, burly, like big guy, and he's just getting snow off the hood of this car with his arm, just like this, just like pushing it. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's got to be so cold because that snow was so wet, and I'm like, well, I have a brush because I just cleaned mine off not too long before that, you know, anticipation that we might get to go. And I'm like, okay, should I get out and offer this brush when all of a sudden I see this young lady, early 20s, all like really bundled up, all prepared, run over like snow boots and big old like thing, and she's like, and he's getting this. I'm like, what? And then I realized the guy's the plow guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so his truck's parked there, so I'm like, what's happening here? Like, this is. And I'm like, maybe they're gonna clear all the cars because people coming out of the ER, but cars were coming and going. So, but this one just had a lot on it. And all of a sudden I see the passenger door open, and it's it's an older man. And you know, his eyes are kind of filled with tears, and he's like, he had come out to his car, and this plow driver saw him, threw his plow and parked, jumped out with no coat on, starts clearing his car. This lady saw it, jumps out of her car to help the plow guy. And I'm like, yes, yes.
Wow. That's awesome.
Like, I'm just like, people, we are made in the image of a God who created us with that in us. I mean, he's got that for us. I was like, this is really cool. And the whole dynamic of really old guy, really big, burly plow guy with no coat. This young lady was just all ready to go. Man, they got that car cleared.
Okay.
It was cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So then I called my parents to let them know what was going on. And so we recorded the game. So I'm sitting there, that game I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Well, we had to record. I told Ace, I'm like, hey, just wait for me. We'll watch it together because we watch these together. But I could have watched it on my phone.
Yeah.
I had access, but all day I stayed off it so I wouldn't get a text, or I wouldn't see a score. I didn't look at anything. So I'm just doing other stuff. I call my parents and I'm telling them what's going on, and my dad's in the background. I'm on speakerphone. He goes, well, at least your Aggies won.
Oh.
No! And Dad's like, oh, sorry. And I said, no, honestly, that's probably the only reason I called is so you'd let it slip and I'd know whether it was worth watching. I'm like, don't tell me anything else. And he goes, well, for all you know, I was messing with you. And I was like, yes!
That's what I need.
That away, Dad! Because it's true, it's just like him, too. You would have done that.
Yes. Okay.
So it was a shadow of a doubt in my head. And they did win. We went on one team.
Okay.
Yeah. Just love that.
That's a
seeing-
beautiful snapshot moment.
Yeah,
That's
and
beautiful.
they're so easy. Like, I wonder how many of them we miss, how many I miss, you know. But the ones I get to see, I'm just like, because I mean, you know, obviously I wanted in on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really did, but there was no time. I mean, by the time I understood what was happening, the deed was done. Yeah, they had it.
Yeah.
But it was like, that was really cool.
Okay. I love that.
Really cool. Yeah, I thought that was neat. Also, really cool, the verse of the day.
Yep.
YouVersion Bible app gives us a verse of the day. Today's verse is from Romans chapter 15, verse 4. And it says, "For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through the endurance taught in the scriptures and the encouragement they provide, we might have hope." I'll read it again.
Yeah.
"For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through the endurance taught in the scriptures and the encouragement they provide, we might have hope." All right, bro, what jumps out at you there?
Well, this idea of the endurance that we read of people in Old Testament and in New Testament, that all of these stories, all the principles and values and axioms that we grab out of those stories, those enduring stories are to bring us hope, that God is actively moving forward his people to bring this hope. I just think that's amazing, that whether I'm looking at the life of Abraham, whether I'm reading Joseph's story, whatever David is what's going on in David's life, this story is God interacting with real people in real time to move history forward and to give those current people reading that hope. That's exciting, man.
Absolutely.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, the hope that he has for us is an ever-present hope and an ever-revealing hope.
Yeah.
And it's like there's just more evidence for it.
Yep.
But I think we can ignore it. So we can ignore it, you know, in the parking lot of the ER.
Right.
We can ignore it, you know, going through, you know, our days and with the struggles we may face, but it's there. And the beauty of the scriptures, and you're right, the stories of the perseverance and endurance, that here is this hope that is very firm and secure. Hebrews refers to it as an anchor for our souls. This hope that doesn't disappoint or fade away or perish, but is actually, I believe it's increasing.
Yeah.
And so the more time, the more evidence we have to point to. And I understand that there's a lot of hopelessness in the world today. And if there's one thing that the church, the family of God, is sufficiently equipped to help with, is hopelessness. Because we have a hope.
Yep.
Really the hope.
Yep.
And so we share that.
Oof.
It's really cool.
Later, I was reading, because you kind of tipped me to this, like, hey, read the full chapter, and YouVersion makes it simple to kind of do that, right? And so I was reading that full chapter, and later on, the prayer at the end of that chapter is that you would overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. So eventually, moving forward, that if we continue to read the scriptures, we should be overflowed with the hope.
Yeah.
And then seeing things that you just saw, you know, the image of God in all people actually in real time, man, it lifted me up to even hear that story. That, it's not hopeless. There's people.
For sure. I love that. I'm glad you put that about the overflowing with hope. Because it's not like something that's in short supply, that we only have this limited amount. So we got to really keep it to ourselves and hoard it. Don't hoard the hope.
Don't hoard the hope. This is my living room where I keep all my hope magazines. And then, well, come on over to the bedroom. I'll move this box. That's a box of hope that I have.
It's a hope chest.
It's a hope chest. It's a hope chest.
I had you. Interesting, you know, our Christmas TV special.
That's right.
The first commercial on WMUR aired last night.
Okay.
So that was cool. So I know some people got to see that. And the theme really behind that is hope.
Yes.
Yeah. And so during that Christmas special, while it's on TV and all the other places that it shows, and also on demand and the services that we'll be showing it for, there will be a way to text hope, the word hope. And so I just asked, this is the day, fam, be praying for that.
Yeah.
In a hopeless world, we want to share the hope of Christmas, the hope of Jesus with our world this year, like maybe broader than we ever have before, but that people will respond and dig in, and that God will use that in powerful ways.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very excited. And that's a cool hope. I'm hopeful for what God will do. I know that he laid it on our hearts to create this and make it, and he's making avenues and ways for it to be seen. If you have an idea of a place, I mean, we're trying to get in anywhere, coffee shops, businesses, assisted living facilities, prisons.
DMVs.
Yeah, for sure. Why
sure.
not? Yeah.
Yes.
Anywhere that would show it. It'd be even a great thing to just have looping
Yep.
somewhere.
Yeah, that commercial giving a little snapshot. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to hear it and experience.
Yeah, maybe at some point on This Is the Day, we'll show that commercial.
Yeah.
Maybe every day.
Every day.
Every day. So you guys can see it and be excited.
Yep.
Right on. All right. Yeah, first of the day. It's cool.
Yep.
So also cool, we have our Triforce
They're back at it.
troopers.
They're back at it.
They're getting at it. Let's check them out.
Hey Triforce Troopers, welcome back for another episode. For today's episode, we all got some Hot Wheel cars here.
Hot Wheel.
You can get some for like $1.
Yeah,
at the
super
store.
cheap.
Yes, so what we're gonna do is that we've got our start line right here, and what we're gonna do is, without crossing the line, we are going to zoom our cars.
You went zoo. I went zip.
You're gonna yeet your cars, and the person who gets their car to go the furthest without going out of bounds, which out of bounds for us is the light gray area, they win. So we're gonna do the best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Wait. Right on the yellow line.
Your busted car there.
All right. Yes! That's pretty incredible that nobody hit Bo. I went around him, and you went around him. Bo, thank you.
Bo, I thoroughly enjoy racing any type of car down a hill. I think it started. Did you ever get a part of that Pinewood Derby?
I did.
Where you make the wood car and
Cub Scouts?
Cub Scouts. Yep. I loved Pinewood Derby. There was this guy. I told you about this. This guy, the Wizard.
No.
He was the guy to go to if you wanted to get your car painted all real nice with some decals.
Whoa. What do you mean? You went to a guy?
There was a guy that all these other kids went to, and my dad. I don't think we would. I just didn't see that as.
It's not okay. I'm still salty about this.
Okay.
The Pinewood Derby races, because all that junk was going on. They were paying people
Yep.
to make their cars faster.
That's it.
And to paint them.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I mean, I just wasn't raised that way.
The whole point was you made your car.
You made your car.
Yeah, I know.
That was the point. And so my strat,
Yep.
because I was like, all right, well, we're not doing that. We're not gonna pay the Pinewood Derby expert to, make the car faster, paint it, and make it look cool.
Yep.
I picked a category I didn't think anybody else would enter. And it was most military.
Yes.
And so I took that block of wood and I made it look like a military truck.
Absolutely.
Which required almost nothing.
I got some army green paint and
I did.
Made it happen.
And I think I gave it away. And like somebody else made a Jeep or something, so I didn't even win that category.
Yep.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, my strat was to go and sabotage other cars. So I'd melt their tires and, put more weight on the back.
I'm not believing any of that.
No.
You wouldn't do that.
No way, I couldn't. And you never could get it because all the people, everybody would hold their car real close, and you didn't really want anybody to see your car because, oh, look at that. He's got 4 weights on the back. I should probably re-weight mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But that was cool. Triforce Troopers. Jason he knew the right car to pick.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Good win.
Yep.
Good win there, J. Rose. All right. So I have this closet calendar.
Here, tell.
1 page a day.
Yep.
Gets to see the light of day. And I think it is a good conversation starter because I have some thoughts.
Yeah.
All right. So here's our calendar page for the day. It's advice for your best life.
Okay.
Don't forget, you have to take care of yourself before you can properly take care of others.
Okay.
All right, don't forget you have to take care of yourself before you can properly take care of others.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have thoughts as well.
Okay.
First one being like, that's almost like a motivational poster.
Yeah.
And it's Motivation Monday, which we're going to get to in a minute, but interesting. The second one being that we have seen an uprising in the self-care movement. That's everywhere. I was at the Books A Million, BAM. You familiar? And the big wall of journals, and a lot of them were like self-help journal this and self-care and make sure are you doing soul care? And I'm not like belittling any of all this, and very helpful, but it just seemed like more in the last couple of years I've seen that term and that strategy and that being pushed. So interesting.
Right, I 100% agree with taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
Like, take care of, discipline, watch your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual health for sure. Yeah. All these things. And big believer in that, because the healthier you are, then the better position you'll be to be used by God. In theory. I mean, he can also use illness or, in our weakness, his strength is revealed and all that stuff. But I'm not going to intentionally, sabotage my health, in the hopes that that would somehow bring greater glory. I think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So to bring glory to God, he's entrusted me with this body. I mean, honestly, this is my first place of stewardship. All of our first place of stewardship is our physical bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, what a wonderful gift. Greater than, we're always looking to God, for talk about like money being a blessing. My goodness, these bodies, these brains, our very souls, these are gifts, and we're stewarding them. They belong to him, and he's entrusted them to us, and we're stewarding them. So yes, a million times the healthier we are. The only place where I get a little like, just because I've seen it used as an excuse, like, well, I can't help anybody because, I'm not healthy myself, or whatever. Like I've heard it like financial giving. Well, I can't give, until all my stuff's in order. Which God kind of reverses that whole thing and says, no, trust me in this, and then you'll be healthier. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, it's kind of like sitting in the car and I got problems of my own. The old guy comes out, I don't even see him getting in his car because I'm not paying attention, but the plow guy saw him. Yeah. He's got a job to do. He's probably on a timetable. Yeah. It's a big storm. He's got to get these parking lots plowed, but you know what? He's jumping out, and he's going to take care of that guy first. Yeah. And anyway, that's my only caution on that is, to not use it as an excuse.
That's good. Because, where take care of yourself, putting exact articulated thoughts on exactly what that looks like is probably helpful as well, so that you can be ready and accessible to help others. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, because we could just get lost in that vortex of self and always focusing on ourselves. And
I need another me day.
I need a me day. Well, this is the third week of me time. Are we gonna? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Then in our kitchen we have a calendar on our fridge that gives us a day to celebrate.
That's right.
So every day is worth celebrating, and today is interesting that it's today. Right. National Cotton Candy Day. Seems like a weird time of year.
I know. Yeah.
Not a lot of cotton candy opportunities at the moment.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think if we were to say, hey, let's go get some cotton candy for lunch, I don't even know where we would. Where do you go?
It's not like there's no fairs or carnivals right now. Right.
Yes, I wouldn't see that food truck doing that well.
The cotton candy food truck.
The cotton candy food truck.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's like having snow cone day right now.
Right.
Although I go for a snow cone, I get down on that.
Yep. Yeah. You're right. It's an interesting day. You've never been a big fan of it, have you? I mean, the cotton candy?
No, it's pure.
It's just weird.
Just
it's a
dumb
weird
sugar packets. I mean, I appreciate it, and I think it's cool, and and the kids are like, oh, cotton candy. Yeah, here you go. Here's $20. Give me, 50 cents of sugar. That's fine. But
yeah. I've been a part of, you probably have as well.
I like getting sticky.
I know. When you make it, oh man, it is everywhere. Because it floats, like it's floating, and it floats on you. And
we've had it in our buildings for all kinds of festivals. Yeah, it's everywhere. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, and so, but it's interesting how some people have taken it and they've kind of taken it to the next level.
What are you talking about?
Well, I've got this costume. Check out this this little girl's costume. I found this picture. She went as Cotton Candy, and I think it's hilarious, you know? I just wonder if anybody actually picked her up that day and, you know, like, well, it looks like this. You gotta pick her upside down.
I thought it was like a sheep who got in trouble. He was wearing a dunce cap.
A dunce cap.
That's what I thought.
That the sheep had maybe gotten in on this like dyeing hair trend, and so they dyed the hair, but
Can't do that.
you
Yeah,
can't do that.
In the corner with the dunce
Wear
hat.
the dunce cap.
Okay.
Yep. But there's an artist out of Utah.
Okay.
Bo. As I began to kind of think about Cotton Candy Day, look at some of these creations that he's made. He did a little bit of a, you know, Frozen there. We got Olaf, right? I thought that was pretty impressive, you know, way to go. Next one he does pineapples, and he does them in all kinds of different colors. So it's really cool. Next one, we've got like a little, what I believe to be either Dobby, I think, from Harry Potter. He's working on it. He'll get it.
Looks like the cat on her sweatshirt.
That's right. Maybe he's trying to do the cat.
I have no idea.
Right. Next one is a lightsaber.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, look. The lightsaber's a little tricky.
That's like when I'm doing balloon animals. Here's a lightsaber. Like, all right. Good job. It's very realistic.
It's hard to get it, you know, formed to be a, you know. Yeah, you're right. Can you do a lightsaber? Well, I can do a thinner ball of cotton candy if that's what you need, a cylindrical cone. But yeah, I think it's interesting to kind of people take all kinds of mediums and make art, and I just think it's beautiful, man. It's really cool. So
Right on. You know, that was really motivational.
you don't even need it.
Speaking of motivation,
That's right.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
We need some.
Yep.
Some more.
Yep.
Had a lot. But we need some more.
Okay, let's get that song.
I love it.
It's just a motivational Monday. I wish it was Monday.
Okay, beautiful. Motivational Monday. Okay, we have seen already with the calendar page a motivational quote, but we've got one here today that I think is fantastic. Let's go ahead and show this. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. What do you think about that motivational quote, Mr. Bo?
I don't know. There's some people I wish they'd act like somebody else.
Here's the thing. A couple years ago, somebody tried to be me. You know, they tried to take the old identity. You ever had that?
Oh, the identity
Yeah, the old
thievery?
identity thieving. That's fun.
Multiple times.
That's a good time. Hey, be yourself. I know your account's empty, but be yourself. Why are you trying to be me? Yeah.
Yeah, the first time it happened, it was kind of like when I know it had been going on for a long time, but we're talking like 2005.
Okay.
Okay, so first time my identity was stolen, and I started digging in. I kind of felt bad for I mean, they wiped us out. It was like $23. I mean, there was nothing, but man, they went through all that work, whatever they had to do to get those numbers and to get in that bank account. They wiped us out. I just remember like signing to the bank, and I'm like, yeah. They'll go, don't worry, sir, we'll replace it. I'm like, that's good.
That's good. Thank you. Thank
I'll
you.
be able to sleep tonight.
Those overdrafts weren't me either. If you don't. Yeah. Boy, you chose the
not
wrong
even
cow.
minimum wage, you know? Like you could have, any minimum wage job would have paid off better than stealing my identity.
You could have done anything. It was more work to steal my identity than it would be just get a job.
Joke's on you, buddy.
What? He's like checking the number. Surely that's 2,300. Surely. Really? Are you serious?
Oh, Chancy.
You chose the wrong milk, or the wrong cow. Milk's dry. Okay, I don't know.
right.
I messed it up.
Yeah, I don't
anyway.
know.
But yeah, no, I mean, that's good. And honestly, I love this. I think everyone is unique.
Yeah.
Created in the image of God, crafted by Him for His purposes and work. And so I think it's a good message. Be yourself. Yeah. You know. And then also seek to be more like Christ as well.
Absolutely.
So there's that kind of playing at the same time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Yep. All right, something that's much harder to mess up.
Yep.
Union leader.
Union leader.
Because it's so good in so many ways.
Absolutely. And it comes out a blazing a day. Premier paper from New Hampshire, union leader. Mark Hayward, front page, Manchester native behind acclaimed video game. So one of our very own here has made a video game that's gotten some street cred. And, you know, it's an 8-bit pixel art individual player game called Undertale. And the deal with this one, it's a little different than other games in that it gives the characters a little bit more emotional choices. So when you're playing, it's not just conquer and see what you can get and move through the game quick like a Call of Duty or something. It's more of a, you have to think and make choices, and your choices actually have an effect. So it's a bit more cause and effect. So pretty cool, really cool. His name is, should give his name, Toby Fox, 29, local.
It's pretty amazing to me, like, so much of what has come out of Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Like, it's really amazing.
It
like,
really is.
I mean, it's such a, it's small. Like, small. Like, I saw something, there was this, I was watching a basketball game yesterday, and they referenced a town in Texas I had never heard of. I had never heard of this town. And they said, yeah, it's got a little over 100,000 people in the town. I'm like, well, that's the size of Manchester, New Hampshire, our biggest. And here's a town I'd never, I mean, never heard of it at all. It got me curious. Like, I wonder how many towns of 100,000 people there are, and more are in the state of Texas. Sure, it's huge. But, like, you wouldn't have, like, all the things that, like, that Manchester, New Hampshire produces. I think it's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Pretty wild place to be.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Cool.
It was good. Small prayer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Dear Lord, you love us, and we are a part of your family. Help us to act accordingly. Amen.
Right on.
All right.
Yeah.
Help us to act accordingly.
To be a part of his fam.
His fam. And his fam shows his love.
So those fam to doings.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
That's right. The chuckle, I think we've talked about this before. I don't know if it was on the show or not, but there is more than one way to skin a cat. But who really wants to know? Talked about that before.
Cat skinner? I don't know. Yeah.
Like skinning a cat, there's more than one way, and I don't know. I'm sure there are. You gotta start with the feet, right? I don't know.
That's not where I would start it off. But I don't want to skin a cat.
I don't know. No. But I was perusing, looking around, and talking a lot about wearing the mask and things like that, and different, you know, guidelines.
How about those Pats?
How about those Pats?
45-0.
That's pretty good, man.
Whoa.
Chargers, are they still in San Diego? No.
Los Angeles now.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They moved, yep. I don't know much about the Chargers. I don't know about that franchise.
Their quarterback's a rookie out of Oregon.
Okay.
I think he's a rookie.
He's a Duck?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, just perusing. There was an article back here. I want to make sure I don't miss it. The Family Circus.
Not an article.
Little girl, I always struggle with her name. I think it's Dilly, or Deli. Deli, I think. She's saying, Mommy, how many mistakes can I make before it's too many? Mommy, how many mistakes can I make before it's too many? And if you look at the page there, it looks like maybe she's trying to write her name, taking over the entire page. For me, it was always top right-hand corner. I don't understand why she's, let's just, you know, like, where's the assignment gonna go? Dally, you know. How many mistakes before I can make? Honestly, there's countless mistakes you can make when you're trying to spell your very own name. I don't know her age. She's well beyond the part where maybe in normal, understood standard literacy, she should probably know how to spell her name, and you know, not only verbally, but even legibly. And so how many mistakes? Whew, at this point, you've already made, looks like one. You don't know the vowel that goes in your very own name. So I don't know. For me, it's more of a literacy kind of promotion in PSA that I think is helpful always. That let's continue to push. That everyone should have. It's just a right. Everyone should have the ability to read and write, to move forward in their career and their life. And so, yeah. That's what I saw out of that.
Okay. Yeah. You're so analytical.
So analytical. Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, we're going for perfection.
Yeah. Perfection's the goal.
Perfection's the goal, but
right.
There's a lot of mistakes along the way, as long as you're learning from them.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's a good thing.
And I think, man, that's the thing. Grace, because when the imperfect comes out of my life, which it always does, I strive for it and then I can't meet it. And what are my options at that point? My options really are to lean into the grace of Jesus, because outside of that, I'm going to drive myself crazy going, I wish I would have done the perfect. I wish I would have had the perfect. Oh, why can't I be the perfect father they need? And it's like, slow down. For it is by grace you've been saved through faith. This is not from yourselves. It is a gift of God. In this moment, it's a gift. His grace, hold it, walk in it, share it. Because you'll drive yourself crazy trying to be perfect.
Well, he's done the perfect.
Yep.
Matthew 5:48, Jesus says, be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect.
That's right.
And which is pretty cool. I mean, we can't do that.
Nope.
He does it, and then we, as you said, we're pressing into that. But one thing that's kind of interesting, I was just reading through that recently, and in that passage in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus is talking about forgiveness, and that our heavenly Father's forgiveness is perfect. And like, here's an area where we really, when we receive his perfect forgiveness, now we have that we can give to others. So I mean, yeah, you may misspell your name, but you get this.
You get that right.
You can live without enemies. You can live without harboring unforgiveness in your heart. You can live receiving and giving perfect forgiveness. You really can. Jesus wouldn't tell us to do it if he didn't also give us the ability.
That changes everything.
I think so.
Yep.
Do a little Everyday with Jesus?
Every day.
All right. Daily devotion
Every day.
in 140 characters or less. During this Advent season, getting ready for Christmas, our thought says the anticipation of Christmas seen through the sparkling eyes of a child is exactly how we should anticipate his great and glorious return. Love that. And then the verse is Revelation 22:12. Behold, I'm coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to everyone according to what he has done.
I'd heard that one time where, everyone, even Paul, they all thought that it was happening in their lifetime.
Yep.
And to live in that space, right? To live in that space that he's coming back, he's going to return. It's not that sentiment like my high school friend Jared had where it says, Jesus is coming, look busy kind of thing. It was like this funny, ironic tee or whatever. It's like, he's coming, let's continue to move forward his kingdom, It's absolutely, it's beautiful, man.
The end is near.
The end is near.
One of two things is happening.
Yeah.
You're either going to die
Yeah.
or Jesus is going to come back. But either way, the end is near.
Yep.
Like, this generation will not pass away before. So we fix our eyes on Jesus, and it's a hopeful anticipation. That's the hope that he gives us,
Yep.
is that not only has he come, Emmanuel, God with us, Jesus was born of a virgin and lived a sinless life to receive our sin inside of him on the cross and to put it to death to make a way for us to be a part of his family. But he's also coming back
Yeah.
to take us to be with him because he's preparing a place for us.
That's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
man.
real hope.
That's a real hope.
Yep. And that's the hope that we get to share this Christmas, as I was talking about.
Yeah.
Hope at Christmas, and I think that's always important, but particularly this year, when a lot of people, they're selling, they're kind of culturally, we're selling for a really goofy hope.
Okay.
Like, let's get through 2020. Just get through 2020. It's going to get 2021. Like, January 1, flipping that calendar is going to do anything. That last page of the closet calendar coming off.
Right.
If that's my hope, I mean, that's not real. That's
Yeah.
not good. But we need a better hope. And so we have that commercial
Oh, the one you were
for the
talking
Christmas
about.
special.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. We want to show that to you. Here's a Christmas special.
Merry Christmas, wherever you may be watching from. We're so glad that you are spending this time with us during this holiday season. I'm Bo Chansey, Senior Pastor at Manchester Christian Church. There's something special about this time of year that rekindles the desire for connection, for peace, for joy, and for hope. As you listen and sing along with these Christmas songs, our prayer is that you will encounter God's love, experience his peace, celebrate his joy, and receive his hope. So come on, let's celebrate this Christmas together.
That's so exciting, man.
So exciting. So WMUR at 2 p.m. on December 20th.
Okay.
But then there'll also be many other ways for it to be watched and shared.
Yes.
So we'll be sharing those with you as well.
Yep.
Very cool.
From the very beginning, Bo, of the quarantining and things like this, we've talked about there being people in isolation, people who are lonely, And so we continue, and I don't know, I continue to hold it close to me that even especially in a time, historically, Christmas time can be a low spot for people, that this would be a bright, shining light. These songs and this message of hope would lift people up, man.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
For sure.
Yep.
I'm excited
Okay.
too. All right, that's real deal.
Yep.
So let's do some trivia.
I got to hope that you're going to get
That's not,
6
you
today.
need a better hope than that. All right, Trivia Pursuit, original 1981 edition of the classic board game, 40th anniversary edition as well. We have the oldest cards, the newest cards, dealer's choice. 6 questions on a card. You get all 6 right, we'll send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box. I'm really wanting to get down on some of that. We're going new. Okay.
Going new.
New cards. Make a guess. I'm going to guess at all 6.
Come on. Blue.
Blue. Geography.
Okay. What Chile Island nation straddles 2 massive tectonic plates, subjecting it to occasional fiery volcanic activity? What Chile Island nation straddles 2 massive tectonic plates, subjecting it to occasional fiery volcanic activity?
Is it Chili, C-H-I-L-L-Y?
Yep, C-H-I-L-L-Y. What Chile, and then island is capitalized. What Chile Island nation?
Okay. Straddles 2 tectonic plates.
Chile Island nation.
Okay. Iceland?
Iceland is correct. Iceland should have been called Fireland. That's on the card. That's funny.
Okay.
Iceland. Oh man. Ha 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 ha. Da, 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 da. I've been listening to that soundtrack a lot. Eurovision. It's like an Icelandic
know what you're
band.
talking about. Okay, yeah. You're maybe-
Yeah, yeah. Ding dong, ding dong. It's just a good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're the only one who downloaded that.
I love it. It's so good. Okay. Pink.
Pink Entertainment.
All right. New Zealander Lucy Lawless rose to stardom for her role as sword-wielding wielding royalty in which TV series? New Zealander Lucy Lawless rose to stardom for her role as oh my word, that is a hard phrase. Sword-wielding royalty in which TV series?
Xena. Warrior Princess.
Yes. Yes, Xena Warrior Princess is
that
correct.
the full answer?
That's the full answer. Xena Warrior Princess.
Never saw an episode.
Oh boy. Yep.
Okay.
Good show. Yellow.
Yellow history.
Okay. How often is the U.S. Census count conducted? How often is the U.S. Census count conducted?
Every 10 years.
Absolutely correct. Every 10 years. Yes.
We just had one of those.
We did. Purple.
Purple. Art and literature.
Okay. What literary mashup features Jane Austen's Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy fighting against a growing tide of reanimated dead? Literary mashup features Jane Austen's Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy fighting against a growing tide of reanimated dead.
Is this the Pride and Prejudice one? I know it.
Growing tide.
I know it's zombies.
Mashup, literary mashup.
I know it's Pride and Prejudice, some like zombies, but
I'm gonna give it to you. It's Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
oh, that's the whole
That's
thing.
the title.
Okay,
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
So when I
You nailed
said Pride and Prejudice and zombies,
Yeah,
that counts.
That counts.
Okay, let's
you
go.
got it. I mean, that's it. That's the answer. Green.
Green, science and nature.
Which vegetable is not in the brassica family? Is it kale, artichoke, mustard, or Brussels sprouts? Vegetable is not in the Brassica family? Brassica?
Brassica?
Brassica family? Is it kale,
Kale,
artichoke,
artichoke.
mustard, or Brussels sprouts?
Well, one of these is not like the others.
One of these. Which vegetable is not in the brassica
Is
family?
mustard even a vegetable? It's a seed. But that one's definitely not like the others.
It's true.
Is it that obvious? Mustard?
Sometimes they're not as obvious.
Mustard? Okay, kale? Well, Brussels sprouts.
Artichoke.
Okay, artichokes and Brussels. I think that those are together. Kale, final answer.
They were looking for artichoke. They were looking for artichoke, man. Oh, I don't know my vegetable families.
I don't either.
Man, okay.
I know the vegetable doghouse.
I know that. I know that well. Orange.
Science and nature.
Okay.
I mean, art. Wait.
Yeah, you're
Sports and leisure.
Sports and leisure. That's what it is.
One
Okay.
of those.
Which form of entertainment was deemed free speech after the 2011 Supreme Court case Brown versus Entertainment Merchants Association?
Oh my God.
Form of entertainment deemed free speech after 2011 Supreme Court case Brown versus Entertainment Merchants Association.
My answer is pornography.
They were looking for video games.
Okay,
Video games is the answer.
that's a better one.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know that case.
Neither. Okay.
We were on a roll.
We were booking there.
We were, oh,
All
man.
right. Well, I didn't get it, but maybe you did.
Yep.
Got all 6. Happy to jot you a little note. Send you some Pop Rocks. Let us
That's
know.
right. That's right.
Yep, yep.
Bo,
Yes, sir.
who needs Christmas?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. Anyone. I like to do a little sermon remix. Let's do it.
That amazing announcement to the shepherds who were out in the fields watching their flocks at night that the Savior was born. The Savior had come, that God is with us, and this will be great news for all the people. Who needs Christmas? Well, everyone and anyone. Except there is a sentiment out there, and I think you're familiar with it. It's always there. It's been there all the time, but this year it may be on the rise a little bit more. This particular sentiment, the bah humbug. The bah humbug. Now, all that bah humbuggery, you're familiar with it, right? The Scrooges out there who just, are like done with Christmas. They're over with Christmas. They're like, bah humbug. Christmas isn't what I wanted. Christmas isn't going to be the same, so we're going to skip it. Bah humbug. Who needs Christmas? Not me. Well, that's kind of what bah humbug actually means. Bah humbug. Humbug means a fraud. And so when somebody says Merry Christmas and somebody replies bah humbug, it's the opposite. It's Christmas is a fraud is what they're saying.
Bo, the most bah humbug for me, when these moments happen for me, is at the end of all of these Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm like, come on, okay? Of course you were gonna get together. You were childhood friends. You were always, you always kind of had that tension, which you kind of like, worked, opposites attract, and now you met in this Christmas tree lot, and now you need her help, and she helps you, and it grows this big business, and you got this successful business together, and you live together. Oh, bah humbug. Good grief, so predictable, But honestly, Bo, the bah humbug, the Christmas, I didn't know that it meant Christmas is a fraud, that it's a hoax. And maybe some of those things are fabricated, but we have a real hope and a real Christmas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's helpful to know. I never knew the background of that. I've heard the phrase, but
I just think it's funny that you're so well versed in Hallmark Christmas movies.
I love them so much.
Well, I know that's I'm just not buying it. If you're like, all right, let's watch another one.
I know, thinking that it's going to be something different, and it never is.
You know it's not going to be anything different. Yeah, Christmas is not a fraud.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, it's the real deal.
There's some cheese out there and some sentiment to it, which is kind of fun.
That's okay.
But that's not really what the hope that we anchor ourselves in is.
Look, okay, so Hallmark, like for instance, Hallmark movies aren't really my jam.
Yeah.
But my wife really enjoys them.
Yeah.
So have a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
enjoy your Hallmark movies.
Yep.
I'm watching football games. You know, I mean, not really her thing. I mean, anyway, so like my point with that being is, you know, let's not maybe detract from other people's joy and the way they celebrate that, but let's also find ours and then, you know, even respect it and share it with other people.
Yep.
Christmas is not a fraud, it's real. And we need it.
That's right.
And our world needs it.
So true.
Yep. It's the real stuff.
Thanks for letting me get that off my chest, Bo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I needed it.
All right, this is the day.
This is the day.
Have a day. We'll catch you tomorrow.